Hey YouTube, how y'all doing out there? I'm back with another one, and this live is about Real Housewives of Atlanta. Um, and I've been binge watching the show, and I have been um, trying to get down to the root of where Shamea and Portia's relationship went sour. And yes, Phaedra is back this season. She is friends with Porsha, and I guess they back to freaking frack. But a lot of this, or these issues, in my opinion, rooted from Phaedra. Phaedra was talking about Porsha and then became friends with Porsha, and Shamea was friends with Candy, and it was just a whole bunch of issues going around in the circle that should have been addressed right then and there. And Phaedra was talking about Shamea, and in my opinion, Porsha didn't say anything, and Porsha should have said something. And I believe that's where it all started, kind of. Um, that's one thing in life is when you have friends and female friends at that, it can get real catty because one don't get along with this one and one don't get along with that one, and sometimes you could be in the middle of the drama with your friends meeting other friends. And so with Porsha and Shamia, in my opinion, they let that get to their friendship. And then when it came to where the reason why Porsha didn't go to Shamia's wedding, that to me was just an excuse. Because Porsha, you, in my opinion, you are very wealthy and living good. You could have afford a plane ticket to go to your best friend's wedding. I mean, that's just in my opinion. To me, it sounded like you just didn't want to go. And when y'all left that issue unresolved, which that was season 8, 9, and 10, that they showed y'all friendship airing out, y'all should have nipped it that in the bud where it was, and now it lingered all the way to season 16, to where it's still the same thing. Oh, Porsha didn't come to my wedding. She didn't congratulate me for being a peach. They going back and forth, back and forth. I wish y'all could see what's going on, that they are putting y'all against each other just for reality TV, in my opinion. So I hope that y'all can talk about that. I mean, yeah, some friendships, if you do be friends, that's fine. And if you don't, that's fine too. If y'all can't respect what one another is saying and agree to disagree or agree, then it needs to be let go. But here we is all these seasons later, and this same issue with the wedding, the same issue with this, the same issue with that. And like people were saying, you know, Candy was telling Shamia, allegedly, that Phaedra was talking about Porsha. But my whole thing is, what was Candy saying if this was going on? So, I wasn't there, so I can't say. But I know when one brings a bone, they have to carry a bone back. So that's all I'm saying. And I've seen the episode where Shamea has apologized to Porsha, and in my opinion, in any situation so far. Now, lately, I've hoped Porsha has grown. But back in those past seasons that I'm watching, I haven't seen Porsha really take any responsibility. She was into it with Nene, didn't take responsibility. Even though Nene can add you on, in my opinion, she can. But she still hadn't taken responsibility for some things. Shamea apologized to her about what happened at the bridal shower. Porsha just, okay, and rubbed it on. Didn't apologize or like friend, how could we make this right? Let's not let these other ladies come in between us or turn us against each other. And it seemed to me like that's exactly what was done. And then now Kelly come along, and now all of a sudden her and Shamea best friends, because I absolutely believe there was an alliance. Because first of all, um, Porsha said the alliance, and Shamea said it wasn't. And then Kelly turned around and admit it was an alliance. So I feel like Kelly is putting all the blame on Porsha and none on Shamea. And it should go both ways, which Kelly don't even, in my opinion, don't even really know them ladies' business. Let them handle their own business. That's between them. Shamea, honestly, in my opinion, I believe she showed Britt, Edie, and Kelly some messages. And of course Kelly gonna act like, no, I didn't see no messages. Of course Kelly gonna say that. She gonna take her for her friend Shamea. But I wonder how long Kelly and Shamea knew each other for her to be going back telling these things allegedly about Porsha. Because if you so quick to do that to a friend, I know, in my opinion, you was definitely going back telling Candy stuff. So, but anyways, the reunion part 3 is tonight. I hope they could work out their differences, like Porsha said, either address it and move along, or address it and we be friends, or whatever the case may be. And I love how Porsha went to Drew and was able to apologize for her. Now, that is one of the times that I've ever seen her take responsibility. I've never really seen her do that. I've been binge watching all the seasons, and it's always been, well, you did this and you did that. And for her to apologize to Drew, I felt like that she was the bigger person, and that was a beautiful thing. Rep that a little more, Porsha. But as far as her and Shamea, I believe their relationship possibly could be done for good, because all these outside ears is involved. And now that Phaedra is back, who knows? But I do believe Shamea, in my opinion, did get a little bit jealous when Phaedra and Porsha became friends. And now that Phaedra's back on the show, it's like the same energy all over again. So I hope that those ladies can work that out and figure that out. Friends don't come a dime a dozen. Friends don't do what they're doing to each other, that's for sure. But it takes a lot nowadays to call someone a friend, especially when, like I said, you're in reality TV and it's in the light now. So hopefully, Phaedra, Porsha, and Shamea can work that out, because that sounds like a bunch of unresolved issues. And I still haven't heard Phaedra really apologize about what Phaedra told Porsha about the alleged Candy rumors. So, how did they get past that? Is that going to be next on the upcoming season or what? Because they had to get past that, or is that still lingering where they never resolved that issue? Because how can you move on as friends if you still have issues? And I believe Phaedra and Porsha still have unresolved issues, and I believe Shamea and Porsha have unresolved issues. They're Shamea and Phaedra as Porsha's friends, and they all within the collect have unresolved issues that if there's going to be any type of friendship, those unresolved issues needs to be resolved or talked out or whatever. But freaking Frack is back. They will be back season 17 along with some new members. And so let's see how it play out. I hope it all works out, but these are females, and us females is, I'm not gonna lie, us females be catty over the cattiest stuff, the smallest things. And then adding Kelly to the mix, I hope Kelly don't throw fuel on the fire. I hope Porsha and Shamea can work that out. But and also too, I feel like Shamea, like, well, look, Porsha got Phaedra, so now I got Kelly. Because there's no way Angela should have told Shamea or should have told Porsha how Shamea feel. That should have been strictly between Porsha and Shamea. They should have been able to work that out, which they know there's some unresolved issues. But anyway, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll be back with another one.